Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight, we are talking about the case of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. And I believe there are people that know exactly where Jack and Lilly are, but rather than out looking for them, they are sitting like a bump on a log, doing absolutely nothing. And we're not giving up. We're going to continue to talk about Jack and Lilly. And Nietzsche did a very interesting video that we're going to be looking at this evening, and a whole lot more. Gather around. There's a lot to talk about on the other side of this.
I walk through fire with my head held high.
Oh, Lori, thank you, baby. You are so generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome, Miss Teresa. Appreciate you.
But heaven knows I was built for this fight. I've been pressed down, still I rise, still breathing truth through bloodshot eyes. If you're looking for proof that grace survives, look at me still standing tonight. When the noise gets loud and the crown feels heavy, I don't run, I remember who sent me. So clutch them pearls, don't look away, God's not finished. He's clearing the way, I've been chosen, refined, set apart. Still beating faith with a fearless heart. Clutch them pearls, yeah, hold on tight. What tried to break me, gave me sight. I don't bow to fear, I answer the call. Covered in grace, still standing tall. They said be quiet, stay in your place. Smile smaller, soften your faith. But I was never built to blend in. I was born bold, born to contend. I've carried names they tried to shame. Wore my scars like a holy flame. Every trial carved out my voice. Now I stand here unashamed. Rejoice if I shake the room. It's not rebellion, it's resurrection with conviction. So clutch them pearls, don't look away. God's not finished, he's clearing the way. I've been chosen, refined, set apart. Still beating faith with a fearless heart. Clutch them pearls, yeah, hold on tight. Will try to break me, gave me sight. I don't bow to fear. I enter the car, covered in grace. Still slow, rejoice if I shake the room. It's not rebellion, it's resurrection with conviction. So clutch and pearl, look away, God's not finished. He's clearing the way. I've been chosen, refined, set apart. Still beating faith with a fearless heart. Clutch and pearls, yeah, hold on tight. But try to break me, gave me sight. I don't bow to fear, I answer the call. Covered in grace, still standing tall. I won't dim what heaven ignited. I won't fear what God has anointed. Every tear was counted, every prayer heard, every waiting season anchored in his word. You didn't save me to make me small. You raised me up to testify. If I'm loud, it's gratitude. If I stand, it's you. If I'm loud, it's gratitude. If I spread, it's you.
Thank you, Mama Zabon. Love you, darling. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
With the battle cry been carried, called, restored by a God who always keeps his word. Clutch them pearls, this is holy ground. Grace is loud, hope is unbound. I don't bow to fear, I walk it out. Clutch them pearls, this is what praise says. Like, still standing. I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smiled through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real.
Me too, baby.
You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, the wrong one. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world. And you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is March 20th, 2026. It is currently 8:04 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. And is today the first day of spring? When is first day of spring 2026? Yes, today. Happy first day of spring, my Pippins. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. All right. That makes it a good day. A good day. Thank you all so much for joining me. Tonight we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Since then, there's been no sighting of where Jack and Lilly is, but we're not giving up on Jack and Lilly. I've been on this case since literally a few hours after the 911 call went in and they vanished. But there's been no sighting, no trace, no scent, nothing that the mother and the mom's boyfriend and the step grandma uh, that can explain what happened to Jack and Lilly. They can't think of anything that could have possibly happened. And more importantly, they can't get their stories straight. It doesn't matter what it is, on the most basic of circumstances, on what they say happened the morning Jack and Lilly went missing. They can't even get the most basic of basic story straight of what they say that they lived through, whether it was someone was sleeping or the other person was sleeping, whether it is I threw out the blanket, no, I threw out the blanket, no, I heard them, no, I heard them, no, I saw them, no, I was sleeping at this exact time, but I was awake at this. I mean, it is all over the place. And whether it takes, whether there's Jack and Lilly are found tonight or 10 years from now or longer, we are not giving up on Jack and Lilly. That is for sure. One thing that I heard Miss Belinda say, Jack and Lily's biological grandmother, she said, I'm afraid people will forget about them. Never. Absolutely never. Good to see everyone in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining me. Before we get started, if you don't mind, please do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would be so thankful. Also, if you would share this live out, it would mean so very much as well. Also, consider hyping this live after it ends. You get 3 hypes a week, and if you would consider giving one of those to us, that would mean so much. Hello, everyone in chat. Hello, hey Jude, Miss Shannon, how are you, darling? Andrea, Sherry, Miss Joyous, good to see you. Joe Canada, bonjour. Not Lob, Tina, Natural Ingredients, sorry, I apologize. Powder, hello. Passion, Forget Me Not, never could. Leslie, always keeping it real. Deb Long, there's Susie Q Canada, and Christine, bonjour. Powder Puff, Barb, Tony, Trish, Vibes, Tina, hello. Black Bear, who else do we got? Chrissy, Esther, Mama's da Bomb, always. Peace from Denise, LJ, hello. Gina, Ash Cash, Deb Long, Miss Patty, Cindy, Kim, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. We're going to get right to it. Let me thank a few of you first, guys. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Lily, thank you so much, Miss Lori. I really do appreciate that. You are very kind. Thank you so incredibly much for your support, your love, and just always showing up. I appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. And Teresa, thank you so much for renewing the membership. Really do appreciate that. Can't do it without you, my friend. Thank you. Hello, darling. Really do appreciate you. And Mama's da Bomb, thank you so very much, my dear, for all your support. 24 months. That is 2 years, in case anyone is wondering here. Love you, Justin. I think I had almost a year on J for A. Yes, yes, together. And a long time you handle these cases. Oh, thank you so very much. I cannot thank you enough, Mama's the Bomb. You are so kind. And thank you for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. That is incredibly generous of you. And I really do appreciate that, truly. Thank you so much. If you received one of those, make sure you give Mama's the Bomb a big, big thank you. And thank you for your continued support. There's my Judy Jude, darling. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you received that, make sure you thank our beautiful Hey Jude. Really do appreciate that, my dear. I would love to have one. Please just make sure you keep commenting, Connie, and you will likely certainly get one, I'm sure. It really does, Laura. It really does. It really does. Okay, so a few things that we need to go over in this. Also, Mr. Mathtell, Daniel Martell, his court date's coming up. When is it? March. They rescheduled it for, was it the 25th or the 29th or something like that? So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, it is unrelated to Jack and Lilly. He is being charged and accused with SA and A, assault, and then confinement of a victim. We have no idea who that victim is. I think we could, in my opinion, speculate based upon the dates, but still, nonetheless, the prosecutors and law enforcement has not named the adult victim. March 30th. Okay. I was thinking 25th or 29th, but it's 30th. Okay. Coming right up, 10 days away. Wonder how that's going to go. I'm sure that there will be cameras there. I figure Belinda will be there. If not, others will be there. And we will be following that very, very closely. I think, in my opinion, it is the beginning of opening Pandora's box for Jack and Lilly. Sometimes these cases, though it's unrelated, things can change. Things can change. And one investigation can bleed over to another investigation, or they can learn things in a separate investigation that triggers a current investigation or opens up some answers, right? What that is, or if it happens, I don't know. But we will see. We'll certainly be there for it all. Miss Donna, thank you so much, my dear. 15 months. You are a legend, Miss Donna. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my dear. Hi, Justin and Chad. Hope you had an awesome weekend. Thank you so much. We are getting it started, and hopefully we all do, my dear. Thank you so much, Miss Donna. Good to see you, and really do appreciate your continued support, my dear. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Yes, yes, Miss Tina. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Appreciate that, my dear. Belinda posted Lily's birthday is 22nd this Sunday. Yeah, yeah. I did see that, and these dates roll around, don't they? They roll around, and just we're almost at the beginning of April. And Jack and Lilly, right after Easter, went missing. and we're rolling up on a year. Rolling up on a year. Um, Hopefully, something will be done before the year mark, or maybe even on the year mark. We'll have to see. But it does seem like the RCMP is switching gears in this, and they are changing up their wording. It's the one of the first times where one of the RCMP spokes persons said that this may be criminal now, which I thought was really, really big, really big as well. So thank you so very much. Really do appreciate you. All right, guys, let's get to it. Oh my God, Shannon, thank you so much, darling. That is so incredibly generous. Thank you so much, Shannon. Wow. Thank you, darling. Hey, gorgeous Justin and Pearls, thank you for your hard work. I appreciate you. Haven't been one much. I'm fighting a tough battle at the moment with my health. Love and miss you. Shannon, we love you and appreciate you very, very much. It's very generous, very kind of you. I know you've been going through it, and we are always thinking about you. People are always asking where you are, girl. You be strong, and if you need anything, we are always here 24/7. When the sun's going up for you, it's going down for us, but we are here 24/7 if you need anything. Very generous, and thank you so much. This too shall pass, right? It might pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass. That's what I tell myself. At least no, it's gonna be okay. It really is, dear. So you keep strong. It always gets better. The clouds don't stay out forever, right? Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. Yes, Esther. Good to see you, my dear. Bonjour, Justin. Yes, this is coming for Jack and Lilly. I really think it is. I really think it is, Esther. I agree. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate that. And I agree. I really, really do agree. It will pass. That's right, Deb. I'm literally in the process of passing kidney stones right now. Oh my God, Alicia, bless you. Knock on wood, I've never had a kidney stone, but they say it is just terrible. They say it's terrible. I've had appendicitis where I was really, really sick when I was a kid. I was in second grade. We were doing a dance called the Beanbag Boogie. It was for your motor skills. You would put like a beanbag, you know what a beanbag is, like on your shoulder, and you would dance or whatever. And I started feeling really sick during that. And my teacher thought I was faking. And I just kept getting worse and worse. And then I went to computer lab and I was like, oh, Miss Matheny, I'm really sick. I don't feel good. And she's like, we only got like an hour of school left. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I got on the bus, I remember, and I don't remember much of the way home. But by the time I got off the bus, my dad had to come carry me because I was pretty much limp. They rushed me to the hospital. And by the time like I got into surgery, my appendix, they were leaking. It was starting to leak that poison. So that's like the only thing I can compare, like what a kidney stone might feel like. After that, my teacher, anytime I sneezed, I was sent home. After that, she's like, she felt horrible, but yeah, it was a different time then. It was a different time. Kidney stones are worse than birth. I've heard that. I really have. Ugh. My teacher in 5th grade she got mad because I lost my homework in my locker. She asked me to get it, and I said I forgot my locker combination number. Uh-oh. Thank you, Jen. Good to see you, Mama. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Good to see you. How you doing, Miss Jen? Gallbladder out at 4 months later. Had appendix out. Yeah. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. I'll never forget that pain as long as I live. All right, guys. I want to go over a few things because I have another live stream after this I've been putting together. I want to go over something before we get into before we even get into that. I want to show you something because it's another case that we cover very quickly. And I plan on doing a live stream about this. You guys know the case of our Michael Monkey Joseph Vaughn, affectionately known as Monkey. Stacy Wandra and all of them. Stacy Wandra, he's been had his preliminary trial and all that. Well, you remember Summer Wells, right? Well, Summer Wells' case, her father has been proven to take down Summer's signs. Well, look at this. And this makes me furious. And I believe that the city of Fruitland, which put this out, by the way, what I'm about to read to you, will find you, whoever you are. For immediate release, Fruitland Police Department, this is in Idaho. The Fruitland Police Department is investigating a vandalism and theft incident that occurred on March 16th, 2026, 4 days ago, at approximately 1:30 p.m. in the 700 block of Whitley Court in Fruitland, Idaho. The suspect is described as a female with sandy blonde hair, wearing black pants and a red coat. She was observed removing signs and banners related to Michael Vaughn case and damaging other signs before leaving the area westbound on Southwest 8th Street. The suspect was seen driving what appears to be a white GMC Acadia. The Fruitland Police Department appreciates the assistance of community members who have already provided information regarding this incident. With additional information or possible video footage that may help identify the female suspect or the pictured vehicle, is encouraged to contact the Fruitland Police Department 208 452 3001, 208 452 3001. And I just want to show you, look at this. Isn't that terrible, guys? How dirty. How dirty that you are taking down a 5-year-old little boy who was done so wrong and went through the most shit, and so did his family. And he's been missing nearly 5 years, as long as he was on the planet. And now court is starting to take shape. There's, I'm sure, going to be more arrest. But how in the hell are you taking down signs of a 5-year-old little boy? That shows you, in my opinion, that there are sickos out there that truly don't want Michael Vaughn found, just like they don't want Summer Wells found. Right? Well, they have the license plate number. I think you can see, which it's a little blurry right here. But isn't that terrible? You can see them right here taking down. This is unbelievable. You can see this woman. She looks like to be in her 40s, I would say maybe 50s, wearing a burgundy shirt, blonde hair. Isn't that crazy? What's wrong with dark scale? I don't know, Mary. I don't know. But the only reason why you would want something down like this is because you have a grudge or a vengeance or a don't want Michael found. I'm going to give you guys the link to this. If you could please share this on your social media, I would greatly appreciate it, because the more people that know, the better. Wouldn't you agree? The more people that know, the better. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to it, shall we? Is that the lady who went after Brandy? No. Mm-mm. Brandy is she's doing remarkably well, considering everything that she's been through. I'm going to do a community post on that as well. So just very, very crazy. Very crazy. All right. So the first thing we're going to get into is Hidden in the Fog. She has done just amazing things on this, and we're going to go through this real quick. It just is unbelievable that there are human beings in the world, and as sad as it is, Don Wells has taken down his own daughter's posters and stuff. His own daughter doesn't want her found.
There's something about the end of the day when the light starts to fade, makes you wonder about what's been left.
Oh, I don't think I can play this part. Hold on. Was this it? Give me a second. Okay, we'll go to the next thing. I didn't think, I thought there was something else there. Okay, we'll go to the next thing. Oh my God, Joyous, thank you so very much, Mama. Thank you. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. Love you, darling. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much for your support. My lovey-doveys. They should go to jail for destruction of property. Oh, I think they're going to be in real trouble. I think they're they're not going to be happy once they get caught. But yeah, that's all I'll say for now. Thank you so much, Miss Joyous. Again, appreciate you, Mama Zitas. Love you and appreciate you. Thank you so very much for your support. You are very kind and very, very generous, my dear. Thank you so much, honey. And Marie, good to see you, darling. Thank you so much. Love prayers for Jack and Lilly. Amen. Thank you so much, Miss Marie. Appreciate you very, very much for your support. Very kind of you. Your dog is chilling right there. He or she is sleeping so good. It makes that's there's nothing like a good sleep. Okay, here we go. We are going to and Nishi did a very good job on putting something together. Hopefully her and I are going to be doing a live stream together real soon. I emailed her today. I was trying to get her to do something today, but we have such a time difference from what part of the world I'm in versus part of the world she's in. And but we're going to line something up. Make sure you subscribe to Nietzsche True Crime. I have her in the description. I had not heard a part of what Miss Junkyard Janie said on this, and I want to cover it because I have some thoughts about it. Rather surprising to me. Here we go. We're going to get started on it. Nietzsche is a great creator. She covers a lot of Jack and Lilly. She was probably one of the first as well to cover Jack and Lilly. And she emailed me earlier, and she's also covering, she might be in chat. I'm not sure. She said she would try to join. Give me a second. She said she was going to be doing another, I can't remember who, but make sure you join her channel if you can. She's really, really good at analysis as well. I think she's really one of the best in my opinion.
Side for a while, and then
okay. To view all of this video, make sure you go over there.
I'll tell you what.
There's something.
Speaking of getting things out of the way, let's just jump straight in.
I can tell you what happened on Wednesday.
I have not heard part of this. Maybe some of you have. I haven't. So, Junkyard Janie, she's obviously said a lot in her the last nearly year. Ninchi, I think I say it correctly. Sometimes I call her Nishi, Ninchi, but I call her friend more than anything.
You want to know about Thursday? I'll tell you about Thursday.
Okay, listen to this.
Thursday, I get up. I did my regular thing. They went to town around lunchtime. Okay.
Oh my God, Linda.
I was in here and I heard the kids outside. I went out.
Listen
Jack and Lilly were between the playhouse and the wood.
Oh, when is this? Hold on.
Thursday, I get up. I did my regular thing. They went to town around lunchtime. Okay.
This is Thursday.
I was in here and I heard the kids outside. I went out. Jack and Lilly were between the playhouse and the woodshed.
So are you saying, Janie, is this after they got home that evening?
Jack was down and he goes, "Look, Granny, I found a worm. I found a centipede." Lilly was there too, standing behind Jack.
My question is, I'm trying to remember being a kid because believe it or not, I was raised a country boy myself, and I used to play with bugs and worms and pull over block and get night crawlers and go fishing and all of that stuff. But I'm trying to remember when it's cold outside, worms aren't usually at the top, if I remember correctly. Am I right? Help me out, Chad. Worms are not normally at the top of when it's cold. And certainly not centipedes. Right? Right, because they go deeper down because it's cooler. It's warmer rather. And so this tells me right here, Miss Junkyard Janie, that there's lies. There's lies. Centipedes aren't going to be out right there at that time, in my opinion. I don't know. But that's what time they left, was around noon. You will never see a worm at the top that time of year. But I can't remember when I was a kid. No. Mm-mm. Unless they turned over something that protected them from the cold. The eggs hatch if it warms up. But if they hatch, they're still not going to go up where it's cold.
I went over and Daniel come out and I said, Daniel, I said, will you help me with the fence? Yep. I got to go find my drill.
Okay. So this is Thursday. Jack and Lilly are outside. This is after they come back. Daniel says he got to go find his drill. Or Janie says he's got to go find his drill. Daniel says that he had to go find his tools, and it took him some time to find his tools. Now, we're also learning about this toolbox or whatever. Something happened.
I said, okay. In the meantime, while he was going to look for his drill, I was raking my yard. Now, I'm going to set something straight.
Janie, you haven't raked your yard since 1976. You know that, and we know that. Come on. Stop with it. Stop with it. Remember, she has said many times, well, she said in DT's chat, remember that, she said she wasn't raking or anything, or she wasn't putting a pool up.
I'll tell you, this is not in front of my RV. It's not a driveway. It is my yard, my front yard, where I was going to put the pool. Have you seen a car parked there in all the time that this went on? Have you seen a car parked there? No, no. I never parked a car there. It's where I was going to put the pool. Okay.
But you said first of all, it's been almost a year. In that year, you didn't put up a pool. You're not going to probably put up a pool this year. And you later said that there was no pool.
When Daniel came, he helped me with the fence. We put out the 2x4s for the railing to nail the boards on. I put the boards on. He helped me put boards up. When I ran out of boards, that's why the fence wasn't finished. I ran out of boards. After that,
she said barn. Did you notice that?
The fence wasn't finished. I ran out of boards. When I ran out of boards, that's why the fence wasn't finished. I ran out of boards.
She keeps wanting to say barn. The barn, but she says board. Hey, April D, baby kisses. I think so too, Shannon. I think so too.
After that, I came into the house to get something to eat.
Listen.
Kids were still outside playing. What time they went in, I don't know. After they went in the house, that's the last I seen them until I heard them Friday morning. And I heard them Friday.
So she says she goes in the house. The kids are still out playing. Well, that's the thing, Miss Janie. It couldn't. They weren't playing out after dark, were they? Because Malehya says that they come in the house. They play outside just a little bit, and then they come in the house, and they're inside for a little bit, and then around, I think it's 10 o'clock, she puts them to bed. Right? Who watches them? Good question. Good question, Mary. Very good question. Well, Daniel went in at 10, so the kids were still playing at 10 o'clock at night. No, Daniel said the documents say that Jack and Lilly were inside. And how does he put it? He can't remember. Maybe I should pull up the documents. Let me see here. He can't remember whether he says he thought the kids were still awake, or he couldn't remember. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay, I'll play this real quick.
Friday morning. Out here beside the swings. They were laughing and talking. My dog woke me up.
They always say
I
that.
said, it's Jack and Lilly outside. I'm going to set something else straight.
Okay. Here we go. Jack and Lilly. Someone says, Jack and Lilly were in the backyard. I came in the house to have supper. Okay, that's what she's saying. I don't know when the kids were in the house. I don't know what time they went to bed. I don't know anything of that. Okay. And court documents says Daniel Martell said he went out to look for the kids in the house and realized they weren't in there. Okay. I got to find the right one. Just give me a second.
I do not call Malehya every time those kids are outside. The only time I called Malehya is when Jack would take his boots off or Jack would take his jacket off because he wouldn't put them back on for me. And I wouldn't let him run around the yard without boots on. Because you never know what you're going to tramp on, a sharp rock or whatever. So, Thursday night, after I come in here to have something to eat, it was dark. They went in the house. After that, I don't know what happened. I stayed in here.
So she says it was dark after she went inside and Jack and Lilly was still outside. Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to know? And the reason why I'm asking you this is because all the other YouTubers will just tear me apart with it. Enough.
Here we go.
That's the last of the questions I'll be answering from you because I already told you when I was talking to you that the dog in the inner...
Okay. So this is what Daniel says in the court documents. Daniel said he thought Malehya put them to bed. He did not know what they were wearing because they were underneath the covers when he checked on them. Daniel said he thought he went to bed fairly early that night and didn't wake until it was light the next morning. He remembered getting an email that Malehya had marked the kids absent from school on his phone around 6:18 a.m. on Friday. Now, it's very interesting because in one of Daniel's interviews, he said he thinks he went to bed early. But on another interview, Daniel said he stayed up, right? Because he was going to clean the house. And Malehya said he does chores around the house at night. Right? Let me just show you here. Daniel tries to, okay, let me pull up sorry, 1 second.
Interview was my dog. You don't listen to anything I say. You know what? Analyze this. Analyze I just gave you your message. Now you're really starting to piss me off, and I don't get mad very easily. Now you're really...
Now, Janie is going to start the woe is me, feeling sorry for herself. She reminds me of, you know who she reminds me of when Janie starts boohooing around, feeling sorry for herself? She reminds me of the lion in The Wizard of Oz. And I feel sorry for myself. And, you know, I should have never listened to Malehya. You know, I just feel horrible for me and Daniel. That's who she sounds like. Think about it in your head. She sounds exactly like the lion in The Wizard of Oz. Always like, good to see you, baby. I was wondering where you were. And I think actually I was reading Wednesday just a second ago, so scratch that.
You started to piss me off. I already told you what
You
happened
got a what?
Thursday. What did I tell you?
Because Daniel tries to switch what happened Wednesday and Thursday. No, he's talking about Thursday. Daniel tried to switch Wednesday and Thursday up. So Daniel, in the court documents, he says that they went to Malehya's grandmother's house on Thursday, even though it was Wednesday. And Daniel says they do laundry and all that. And Daniel says originally on Thursday that they don't get back until 10:30 at night. And he said he goes to bed early. And even in the notes, the detectives say, we think Daniel is forgetting or confusing Wednesday and Thursday. And we went back to clarify, look at his, we showed him like Malehya's phone of where all they went, so we could remind him. So Daniel originally doesn't say anything about offense at all. Zilch, nada. He says they go wash clothes Thursday, even though it was Wednesday, and they get home at 10 o'clock at night. He goes to bed rather early, and the next morning, Jack and Lilly, or she marks them absent. And it's kind of confusing because you gotta, because we know the truth about Wednesday and Thursday, but the documents, when he's saying this, he's lying through his teeth. What do you mean you can't remember Wednesday versus Thursday? You dumb. Of course you can remember Wednesday versus Thursday. So Daniel says he thought he went to bed fairly early that night and didn't wake up until light the next morning. He remembered getting an email saying that Malehya had marked the kids absent from school around 6:18 on Friday. Daniel said Malehya had to get redacted on Thursday between 12:40 and 1. So he thought they must have done that before they went to Truro. There, he's putting Wednesday and Thursday together. That will conveniently help him right there. He knows what the fuck he did. Pardon my French. He knows exactly what he did. I mean, let's say it's 10:30 Friday morning, May 2nd, 2025. And they are interviewing you by 11 a.m. noon maximum about what's going on. Daniel can't remember last night. You can't remember last night what you did, Daniel? Because it was an ordinary day. Bless your little heart. I think you choose not to. I think you choose not to. What? Look, my mother-in-law has been very sick. Oh, baby. I am so sorry always. I'm so sorry, honey. Appreciate. Oh, God. Thank you, Deborah. Worms will go 3 to 6 feet down. They have to be below the frost line or they will freeze to death. How about that? Do you think about that, Daniel? Or Malehya? Sorry, I'm getting something here. I'm trying to... Is it my internet? What's going on? Hold on. Hey, Deborah, it's not... That link's not working. I don't know why, but that link's not working, baby.
The kids were outside playing, looking for bugs, and playing in the yard. Justin's dog hasn't been on this property since he moved out, and that was about 7 or 8 years ago. And the reason why Justin was crying is because 2 kids went missing. Wouldn't you cry too if they were brought into your family for 2.5 years? Just because Malehya didn't cry. And the reason why Justin was crying is because 2 kids went missing. Wouldn't you cry too if they were brought into your family for 2.5 years? Just because Malehya didn't cry and show feelings, it doesn't mean anybody else can. Justin was close to those kids too. And he was really upset that the kids were gone or disappeared. So, and as far as his dog goes, his dog was put down way on before Christmas. Like at Christmas time, around Christmas time. It had cancer, so we had to have it put down. And yes, of course, He was upset when his dog was put down. Wouldn't you be if your animal was put down? But that had nothing to do with Jack and Lilly. So I hope that answers your question. No, it wasn't a picture of my dog. It was something off the internet. I already told you. The dog that's in my interview is my dog. That's the only dog I have. The one that you call Fluffy is my dog. I've had him for 5.5 years. You must know. And his name's not Fluffy. His name is Tucker.
What's going on out there? If I knew anything what happened to those kids, if I'm breaking down now to you, don't you think that I would have told long ago if I knew what happened to Jack and Lilly? Just this here stuff on YouTube is tearing me apart. If we unalive those kids.
All right, guys. We're gonna let me show you this real quick. So take a look at this. Okay. You guys are gonna know exactly what I mean when I show you this. Okay. You're gonna know exactly what I mean. Okay. Ready? How many thumbs ups do we got? How many thumbs ups do we got? Mods. How many thumbs ups do we got? Tucker. Yeah. Tucker, the oyster shucker. How about that? Didn't you put Janie? Yeah, yes, she did an amazing job. Free Fluffy. Hey, Enoch. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. I want to show you something. 303 in one chat. How many do we got in the other? Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up. I want to show you. I'm going to show you exactly what Janie sounds like. What she reminds me of when she starts feeling sorry for herself. Okay? All right. Y'all ready?
What you have to go and do that for? I didn't bite them. Look at the cycles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks. Have you tried counting sheep? That doesn't do any good. I'm afraid of them.
That is, am I right or am I right? Am I right or am I right? That is exactly what she sounds like. If Malehya would have never have moved out, she didn't have to move out. That is if she sounds like, I don't know, like a 6'3" drag queen friend. Oh my God. My name is Candy. Leave a message at the tone. Beep. One more.
What you have to go and do that for? I didn't bite them. Look at the cycles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks. Have you tried counting sheep? That doesn't do any good. I'm afraid of them.
The last time I had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. What is wrong with you? It is so made up. It really is. It's so made up. You know it is, Miss Janie. Okay, you're picking up my husband's favorite character. That's what she reminds me of every time she starts with that stuff. Oh my God. I don't know why she does this stuff. Sheila, are you going to bed? The night is young, darling. Why are you going to bed so early? That's way too early, darling. Giving you out the credit, yeah. Yes, she's very judgmental toward me and Tucker. She is very judgmental to me and Tucker.
Kids, don't you think that it would have torn me apart long ago? Don't you think that I would have broken down long ago if I knew where those kids were?
No.
Do you know what it's like to go into a store and have people stare at you?
Yes.
And have people talk about you?
Janie, if you have never heard my story about being at a country Walmart years ago, when me and my friend Aaron walked in and the damn cashiers even stopped, they were like, and my friend Aaron's like, what? What? We walked in with our platform shoes, ready to take on the town. It was like Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar movie. If you know, you know, that movie where they go to the town. That's what it was like when we went to that Walmart. Everyone was like, we were a little done up. Everyone's like, there you go. It's one of them homosexuals.
No, you don't know what it's like. It is you guys that are doing it to us. You YouTubers.
Here she goes. She's going to start.
And we're being accused of something we had nothing to do with.
There's sometimes
It's not fair.
Sometimes she really gets it going. Mary, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you gifting a pearl necklace, my love. Thank you so much, Mary. If you receive that, make sure you give our girl, Miss Mary, a big thank you. Really do appreciate you, my dear. You're very kind to me. Thank you, love. Really do appreciate it. She didn't hurt the kids. We know that. I don't think, I'll be the first to say, I don't think Janie hurt the kids at all. But in my opinion, I do think she knowed a hell of a lot more that was going on that property before the kids went missing, number one, and she failed to speak up, number one. And number two, you just won't convince me that if there was a vehicle going in and out of that property that night, and if Daniel and Malehya are fighting and something is going on, that she's not going to know. There's just nothing that will convince me. I agree, Kelly. I agree. And that's why, listen, the neighbors way down the road, two neighbors on each side heard Daniel's vehicle. That's how fucking loud it was. Right? You can't tell me Janie and Tucker slept through it. You just can't tell me Janie and Tucker slept through it.
This nicotine patch for an hour, and I'd still sell you in for a smoke. Come on back to my place. I want you to look at a urine sample. I think it looks cloudy. It's been so long since someone touched me.
Right?
Do you think that Daniel's other two kids and Jack and Lilly and Meadow aren't going to see this and wonder why this is happening to them and happening to us? Do you guys ever sit down and think of that?
You know what's interesting to me is she never, like, nobody is expecting Janie to trash Daniel. I get it. That's her son. I get it. And she's always going to love him no matter what. But it's not about Daniel. It's about protecting the most vulnerable on the property. And the two most vulnerable on the property was a 4 and a 6-year-old child. She never even gives her son slight criticism, ever. There is no accountability whatsoever at all. And that's just that. You have to be there, whether they're blood or not. Janie, whether they're blood or not, you have to be there to protect the most vulnerable on the property. Period. Because this is the thing about children. They can't just walk up and leave. Right? At that age, they don't, I mean, we're talking preschool and kindergarten age, maybe first grade, maybe. And particularly since Daniel and Malehya want to go around saying, I think they're autistic, they're behind, they can't keep up. Even more so, if you want to press that, which in my opinion, not a doctor or anything, I don't think that they had autism in the least. I think that they were not nurtured. And there was failure to thrive in a lot of ways, in my opinion. Amen, Smiley. Yes. Guys, one thing that I think we should be prepared for, because I do believe this will eventually go to trial, and Jack and Lilly will be found. I think we need to be ready to hear things that we are just not, would have never suspected. Based upon exes and stuff that we've spoken to. In my opinion, Daniel is sadistic.
No, you don't. As long as you guys have followers and be big, think you're being big, important people. It just breaks my heart that the kids are going through this. Jack and Lilly don't know what's going on. Meadow don't know what's going on, and Daniel's other two kids don't know what's going on. They can't understand. Mm-hmm. You just think of the impact that this is going to have on them when they get older and they see all this, all the talk that is said about their father, their grandmother. See, Malehya's not thinking that. Malehya don't care about anybody but herself.
Hey, Brian, exactly.
What One mother would go to the beach. One mother would go out and party with two children, with her two children missing.
Not a good mother. Not a good mother. Janie, I'll agree with you there. But what kind of adult on the property you would say something negative about a missing child's scream? Like I always say, you are, if you had no idea where they were and you miss them like your next breath, you would long to hear every scream possible. Right? When you lose someone you love, because you're so desperate to see them, you would, if you could have the worst moment you ever had with them, just to be them in front of you, you would take it. Right? Because you miss them. Not, I couldn't stand her screaming all the time. She upset my dog. And what kind of man, Janie, i.e. your son, who is being charged with SA and assault and confinement, what kind of man does that? What kind of man, in my opinion, puts his hands on children? We know he does women because his exes has stated that. They've shown pictures and we've seen his text messages. He doesn't mind causing pain. In fact, he said if they yelled it hurt, he would just do it harder. This is a very sadistic thing that he is turned on by causing pain. That is as sadistic as it gets. Very sick. That is the complete opposite of what a good person is. Most individuals don't want to see their loved ones or someone they're romantic with be in any sort of pain. Physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain. That's not you. And that is coming from your text messages.
I certainly wouldn't be, would you? You know, just me talking to you. To tell you all this stuff. I don't have to. We have no one to really sit down and talk to about this. Daniel and I are both speaking the truth. That's the problem with you YouTubers. You guys twist everything around. And I don't know why it's all about stupid stuff that you guys put on there. About, I can't believe how you guys humiliated us about the way that I live, what I live in, the way I dress, the way I act. That has nothing to do with Jack and Lilly.
Nope. Now, how you live is how you live, and that's your choice. That's 100% your choice. If you want to live in filth and uncleanliness and not being safe, that's your choice. But once people have children, you have to keep them safe and you have to keep them healthy. It doesn't have to be, everything has to be sterile, but it does need to be safe, physical safe, right? And it does need to have some decorum of safety as far as your health. And that certainly wasn't giving that. In fact, Janie, I actually, and I've made this very clear, I feel sorry for Janie in the aspect of her sons don't do better for their mother. They should do a hell of a lot better for their mother. Janie's not a spring chicken. She's not a spring chicken. And as much money as Daniel had rolling in and Malehya, and that's not counting Justin, they should have given her a much better place to live. I can't imagine making, not having to pay rent or anything and having my mother living in a 1960 barely insulated RV with a stovepipe hanging out of it and cracks you can see in a Nova Scotia winter. I think he should do better. Justin and Daniel should do better for you, Janie. I mean, there comes a time, you'll always help your kids out and stuff, but as you get older, you should help your parents out. Right? You give back what they gave to you when you was younger and as a child as well. There's no need. There's no excuse why Daniel and Justin can't do better for Janie. So, I mean, I really feel sorry for her in that aspect. And I think that's a real shame. I think that's a real shame that they, does she have a running toilet? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. Regardless, I mean, there's the walls are just like stripped panel. But how a person lives is how a person lives. It's just different when you have kids. It's just different. Just power going to the camper. Yeah.
Why do you think that I am so upset with you guys? Because you guys just made a mockery out of stuff that didn't have to do with Jack and Lilly. A lot of this stuff that you guys are posting has nothing to do with Jack and Lilly. That is the problem. And my interview, the only reason why I was so upset with you YouTubers is that you guys put out. If I would have kept my mouth shut, I still would have been drug into this. So it don't make any difference. That's why I came out. And yes, Darren did say a lot of shit. And yes, I cleared it all up. But the thing that you got to realize is you don't know how much of this is hurting us with all the bullshit that's put out there. The bullshit.
But you know where the bullshit comes from? Where does the bullshit come from? This is where the bullshit.
RCMP, open up.
Daniel, that's the bullshit. The buffoonery that Daniel spoke for a good 8 months, 7 months of just some things very easily provable is your son, and you just cannot see that for whatever reason, or you just choose not to see it.
Absolutely no need of it all. Stick to the facts. You guys got to stick to the facts.
Can you believe
of what's going on, not the way we live. That's the problem. It's not about Jack and Lilly anymore. You guys are saying that we are making a circus out of this. We're not. It's the YouTubers that are making a circus out of this.
See, this is the thing. Your son is lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old. And that's not okay. It's just not okay. Okay, thank you, Sassy. I got it. And he is doing that for his own selfish reasons. Right? Yeah, Simply Real. I understand what you're saying. Look at it a different way. Perhaps she gave up her home and comfort for the children so they could live in a home. Maybe lazy ass D and M ruined the home once they moved in. This is the thing. Daniel and Malehya are grown ass adults. They are parents. They got to do it the same as every other parent. Right? They didn't have to move where they was. Daniel wanted to control more.
And that's the problem. Nobody sticks to the facts. That's all you want to do is make fun of us. What is this sense in that? That has nothing to do with Jack and Lilly. You guys make me out to be a evil person, which I'm not. I have a heart of gold. But you guys don't realize that. You know what it would be like if you were in our shoes, being accused of somebody killing kids, which we never did. They left here Friday morning. I don't know where they are. I have no clue. If I did, believe me, the first person that would be notified would be the RCMP or the investigators. You got to stop making us out to be bad people when we're not. There's two sides.
I don't think Janie's a bad person. I don't think she's a great person, but I don't think she's a bad person. I think she resented Malehya. I think she resented Jack and Lilly. And I think her son is a horrible person. I do think Daniel's a horrible person in just about every aspect. Right? But I think a lot of that is, in my opinion, probably his years of substance that he has pushed in his body. And it's been a behavior because of that. Right? But I don't think she's a horrible person, but I do wonder, in some aspects I look at it and I'm like, yeah, she's not a good person, because why are you talking about Lily like that when she's missing? why didn't you stand up for Jack and Lilly when you clearly knew something was going on in this home?
To this, you got to realize you don't see all the YouTubers picking on Malehya. No, she's not speaking out. You know why? Because she knows what's going on, and she's going to bring Daniel down as much as she can. Because if she goes down, she doesn't want Daniel to have Meadow. Look at it. Look at the facts. If she goes away, she's going to lose custody. So she's going to do it to Daniel so Daniel don't get custody. She don't want Daniel to have nothing. You look at her background. She pestered Cody so much that he gave up custody to those kids. Don't you realize, don't you guys see the pattern? If you're such a smart
Absolutely,
man, figure it
Scorpion.
out. Do your research. She goes to do her laundry on Wednesday over at her grandmother's. She comes back with no clothes.
Well, you might want to talk to your son about that, Janie, because he intentionally misled investigators. Investigators write a note that they think Daniel is confusing Wednesday and Thursday because he said that it's Friday morning or Friday afternoon. You're telling investigators what happened that morning and what happened last night. And he's telling them what happened night before last. Why? Because Daniel doesn't want to talk about Thursday night, does he? He says, well, it's not that I don't want to talk about it. It was just an ordinary day. Except he can remember everything about that ordinary day, even to the minute they pull up in the driveway. And he can remember a little bit, he says, in his other interview about working on the fence, even though in his first interview, he mentioned nothing, zilch, about a fence. But regardless, in his second interview, he talks about the fence and all that. But once he goes inside, it was ordinary, just ordinary, can't remember anything. But he can remember going in Jack and Lily's room and turning the light on at midnight or a little after midnight. And he can remember the ordinary backpack that is sitting beside Lily's head, he says. He can remember all that ordinary stuff. But key elements, he couldn't remember the night before. Couldn't remember last night. So Janie allows her son to be an unfit parent and will not come against Daniel, even if it means allowing those babies to suffer. I think Janie is unnaturally in love with her son. It's weird, Deb. There's a very weird part to this. I can't put my finger on it, but there is some weird, very, very weird parts about it. I agree.
The next thing you know, I'm not supposed to be home Friday morning and the kids go disappearing. Why did they go disappearing Thursday morning?
Do you hear what she said? Why didn't they go missing Thursday morning? Why don't you just blame them for not running away Thursday morning, Janie? Are you? She will ask the question, why didn't Jack and Lilly go missing Thursday morning? But you won't criticize your son. I'm not saying trash him, but genuine criticism. You are something, lady. You are something. Now that pisses me off. Why did they go missing Thursday morning?
Why didn't they go disappearing a long time ago? No, she had this all planned, and it backfired on her. She knows where those kids are, I guarantee it.
Well, that's funny. If she knows, then that means your son knows. If she knows, that means your son knows, because they were in bed together. And Daniel said he wasn't even remotely asleep. And Daniel was the last one to technically see them. He says he turned on the light at 12 o'clock. Imagine that. And Daniel says he's the last one to see Lilly when she just comes in the room a couple times and doesn't say anything. But then she says something about daddy or something. I can't remember what she said.
And until you do some research, you're not going to figure it out. You're just going to keep blaming us for it, something we did not do. If you're so smart, look into it. And I'm going to...
There, I gave you enough information for your next show. Go on and make a fool out of me, because that's all you guys love to do. Look at the facts, man. Look at the facts. Go back and do your research. Go back and look at her side. Look, why is her family just coming out now saying all this? Why didn't they come out before? I waited 2 months. Yes, I waited 2 months. And I got so many accusations and humiliation against me that I thought I would come out and tell you something. Yes, I come out and told the story. And I had it done here so I could show everybody where everything took place and what happened. The kids are not here, not dead on this property. We did not unalive those kids.
That's interesting how she says the kids are not here. They're not dead on this property. And then she associates, the next thought is, we didn't.
Took place and what happened. The kids are not here, not dead on this property. We did not unalive those kids.
You hear how she says that? The kids aren't here, comma, not dead on this property.
Here, not dead on this property. We did not unalive those kids.
And then her next thought is, we did not unalive those kids. It's very interesting how she places her thoughts.
If they did, the cadaver dogs would have fucking found something, don't you think? Do your research, man. Stop listening to...
Well, perhaps the cadaver dogs would have found them, but also there was no scent of them leading anywhere.
All the bullshit. Do your research. Look at all the facts. We told you everything you need to know. Nothing more. Ask me anything. I'll tell you the truth. Go ahead. Ask me questions if you want to know answers to. Because I got nothing to hide. And I got nothing to lose anymore. You guys just ruined our lives over stupid accusations that people...
See, it's about her. It's just amazing to me. She's talking about people running their lives, not because Jack and Lilly are missing. Not, it's never going to be the same again because we're not going to have Jack and Lilly. It's how she associates people, think or associate them. Why don't you look at your son, Janie? You wasn't there with him in court recently. Oh, it's not about them, Sherry. It's never been about Jack and Lilly for them. Ever. It's what face they can put out. That's the only thing it's about for them, is how innocent or not they feel like they are perceived. It wasn't about Jack and Lilly before Jack and Lilly went missing. They were just remnants around the house. That's what Jack and Lilly was for them. They lived their lives with all the rugs and everything that they wanted, and partied and fought and all of this stuff. And Jack and Lilly aren't the only ones. There's a lot of kids that just grow up like that, unfortunately. They just have kids around.
People are putting out there. Ask me questions, I'll tell you the truth. And you think these are fake tears? They're not, buddy. They're not fake tears at all. It breaks my heart what happened to Jack and Lilly. They don't deserve this. Nobody deserves the humiliation that we're going through.
There you go. There you go. It sounds good, right? And you're right, they don't deserve this. But then you say what you really mean, right? The humiliation.
Over something that somebody did that was so stupid.
What did someone do that was so stupid? That's all it is. What was it that someone did that was so stupid?
Trying to find the easy way out. The easiest way out that she could have done was just up and left. She didn't have to do it the way she...
Well, she did up and leave. Unfortunately, she came back. And a few days after she came back to your son, Janie, the kids are missing and haven't been seen since. Oh, you're sweet, Adam. Over what someone did was so stupid. Mm-hmm.
She did it. Where's her family? Why isn't her family speaking out? What do they have to hide?
Well, I would say it's the same thing that Daniel has to hide, except one chose to speak out and lie with multiple stories, and one chose to keep quiet.
Why does Malehya have to go through her friends to get to say what she has to say? What?
Because, in my opinion, Malehya is a coward in a lot of ways.
Why can't she come out and tell the truth? Don't you think that's kind of suspicious? Don't you think she's hiding something? That's the point.
Yes.
See?
This is the thing. Janie just wants it to be one-sided. Thank you, Sassy. Janie just wants it to be one-sided, right? All about Malehya, all about Malehya's mother or whatever. And it's not about that. It's about the people who lived with Jack and Lilly every day. It's about the three of you, particularly the two of you, but everyone that lived on that property. You see, it would be fine with Janie if we would just blame Malehya or her family. But this is the thing. I don't believe Jack and Lilly would be missing today if Malehya didn't go back. I don't believe the kids would be missing. I don't believe the kids would be missing if she hadn't have met Daniel. I agree, Joyous. And I don't think the tears are about Jack and Lilly either, Joyous. I think the tears are about the totality of the situation, of the stress, of the lying, of the pressure of her keeping that on her chest, of what she knows, in my opinion.
Tell the truth. But she hides behind her crowd of friends that she hasn't seen in 2.5 years. Of course they're all gonna blame Daniel. That's the way of getting out of things. Put the blame on somebody else. Put the attention.
But here's the thing. Out of everyone on that property, who do we know has the violent tendencies mixed with the rug use, mixed with the jealousy, mixed with the lies? DM your son. How do you not see that, Janie?
Shit on somebody else. Make him out to be the bad one. Well,
Yes.
sit and look at it. Who's the bad one? Who's the ones not speaking out for themselves?
No, it wasn't a picture of my dog.
Who's the ones that are getting people?
And this is the thing. When Daniel first came out, I gave him credit for at least speaking out. But then I learned that it was just changing revolving stories and lies. Thank you, GMA. Thank you, Grandma. Welcome, my dear. And this is the thing. Is it better to keep quiet and not say anything and not lie? Or is it better to just keep running your mouth lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old? I mean, I'm glad Daniel talked, and I am glad of that, because we have easily proven so many lies. But here's the thing. Daniel does it because of him, because he wants to control the narrative. He wants to control the situation. He thought he could control the story, the narrative, the timeline, how people thought. But you can't when you are a serial lying bastard, lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old. You can't.
To speak out for them. What are they hiding? Have you analyzed that? You go through, if you were in our shoes, you go through this for 9 months, people accusing you of murdering 2 kids. How would you feel? You get to a point where you explode, don't you? See, the thing is, why can't people just be open? Why can't people speak for themselves? Why hide? Eventually it's going to get caught up with you, isn't it? So why not just come out and tell the truth? You can tell the truth. You can't add to, you can't add to the truth, but you can always add to a lie. And people think that we changed our stories. Well, you have all these people accusing you of stuff. Aren't you going to get a little bitter? I haven't changed my stories. Darren did, not me. He came up with stuff and said stuff that I never even said to him. He just made up a bunch of bullshit, and you know he's a bullshitter. If somebody knew stuff, why wouldn't they tell the RCMP? Why wouldn't they tell the investigators? We're honest and open with everybody. We have nothing to hide. We're not running like some people are. We're not hiding behind other people.
Here's a question for you, Mike.
You absolutely were hiding behind other people, Durwood and all of them, whenever all of that started. So, not really believing you there, Miss Janie, at all. You were certainly hiding behind Durwood and saying it all made sense to you now, since Durwood, since you talked to Durwood and all of that. Now you're saying the opposite about him.
Why are everything pointed at Daniel and myself? Okay? Oh, wait. Malehya could do nothing wrong. No, she's Miss Good.
No. Malehya can absolutely do wrong and has done wrong. Malehya failed her children. It starts and stops with Malehya. As far as what she should have done. However, I will say, there are things that happened to Malehya, in my opinion, Janie, that I'm sure the courts will prove. That's all I'll say about that.
Goody two shoes. Nobody's speaking out about
They're
her.
so angry at Malehya.
What mother in their right mind would up and leave the premises where your two missing children went? Yes, Jack and Lilly are.
What stepfather would lie on a 4 and a 6-year-old? What stepfather would bruise a 4 and a 6-year-old?
Flesh and blood. Myself, if my kids went missing, they would have to drag me away. They'd have to sedate me if my kids went missing. But no, not Malehya. She just up and walks away and goes with her mother. Takes Meadow and goes with her mother. What does that tell you? You analyze that and then you give me the answer. And don't tell me because she was heartbroken because that woman never shed a tear. You analyze that and you get back to me with the answer. And you tell me why all eyes are pointed on Daniel and myself. And we're coming out and telling everything that we know.
Because you've lied?
I did an interview and I talked in the chat room. You go listen to them. And you tell me why everything's pointed at us and not Malehya. Anybody in their right mind would not leave the premises where your children went missing if they didn't know what was going on. I would be crying my eyes out and begging on the news. Anybody I knew, any YouTuber that I knew, I'd be on there begging for my kids. For my kids. Malehya's not. You analyze that and tell me your answer why. Stop playing that goddamn song. There's another thing too. If you had any respect for anybody, you wouldn't be playing that stupid song. See?
What song? Hold on.
Ignorant people are making up.
What song is she talking about here? What song is she talking about?
Songs about us. See, no wonder we're so pissed off.
Oh, the songs about you. Is that what it is? Oh, interesting. She doesn't like the songs. I'll have to make more of those then. Okay, well, thank you for just letting us know. Okay.
What'd you have to go do that for? I didn't bite them. Look at the cycles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks. Have you tried counting sheep? That doesn't do any good. I'm afraid of them.
The last time I had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker.
Stop. Please stop playing the song. Just me talking to you. And telling you all this stuff. I don't have to. We have no one to really sit down and talk to about this. And they don't believe anything we say. They do believe total strangers over the people that were here. And you may think that you know us, but you don't know nothing about us. Is all you could do is just go on what people say. Well, now you're getting to know the real me. I do have a heart, and I would not harm those children, and neither would Daniel. He may come off all tough and everything, but I know he had nothing to do with unaliving those kids. So you take it as it is. And everybody says, when I said my heart doesn't lie, well, my heart is still not lying to me. But it's okay for Belinda to say that in her heart she figures the kids are dead. It's okay for her to say that. Any grandmother that would think that doesn't think much of her grandchildren. I still have hope. And I know those kids are alive. I heard them Friday morning they were alive. So you go on and think what you want to think, because to tell you the truth,
Friday morning they were alive.
I've had it with all this bullshit. Our lives will never be the same again. She stopped caring for Jack and Lilly when Meadow was born. Everything was Meadow, 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 Meadow. That's all she cared about was Meadow. After Meadow was born, when she had to go for groceries, she left the kids with Daniel to look after. Or if she took the kids with her, Daniel had to go with.
Well, you see, Daniel said she wouldn't go to town without him being there with the kids. I think in my opinion that Daniel wouldn't let her go without him.
Because she could not handle all three kids. The kids wouldn't listen to her. When they went into a store, they would just be fussy kids. So that's why Daniel had to go with her.
Fussy kids.
If they took the kids, if she took all three kids. But most of the time, she just went with
Fussy
Meadow.
kid job.
Straighten something out for you right now. Yes, I'm upset. We went through 9 months of horror for something that we didn't do. But of course, you guys don't believe us. You believe everybody else. Oh, Malehya said this to Cheryl, and Cheryl saying this to this and to this person. We came out ourselves.
And what are they doing right now? They are checking Daniel's DNA. They are checking the house. They are saying, Janie, according to your son, that they are claiming that Daniel knows more about Jack and Lilly. They are public or privately, according to Daniel, the RCMP are blaming him that we believe you did something to Jack and Lilly the night before you guys say they went missing. That is what your son says. That is not what just the public thinks. Absolutely, Sherry. Daniel said that the RCMP said, we think you did something to the kids. That is what the RCMP said, according to Daniel's own lips. Oh, you've heard it. It's on the one where him and the woman are standing, and it's like the field back there. Yeah, but I'm getting ready to get to it. Let me see. Let's see here. Let me see. I'll show you real quick.
A little bit heartbreaking, and all I was trying to do was ever help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that, I mean, it was pretty saddening.
What did he say?
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when
I didn't know.
Like life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
Listen to.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night, and your story isn't matching up?
Yeah.
Listen.
Well, it's not just matching. It didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something,
Listen,
and they don't know any details.
RCMP says.
So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night.
We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Normal day. Now, why does the RCMP dog handler say, we think you did something to them Thursday night? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just...
No, you tried to confuse Wednesday and Thursday is what you did, and all of that. In my opinion, she's never stopped Daniel and didn't turn him in for all the bruises she allowed it. She's just as guilty as he. Oh, absolutely. I agree, Bubbly. I agree. Yes, the two RCMP, yeah, that was there while they were interviewing him. Yeah, sure did. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going live on Nancy Guthrie right now. Come over on the other live and join us if you want. Would love to have you. Appreciate you all being here. Justice for Jack and Lilly. We are never, ever giving up. Janie, Malehya, Daniel, never given up until they are brought, whoever did this is brought to justice. And they're found, which hopefully will be soon. God bless everyone. Love you guys. Come and join us.